Well, it's January, it's cold, it's 7 degrees Fahrenheit here in northern Minnesota. I'm actually off by myself today and we're gonna go chase some big bluegills on a lake I've been thinking about fishing for the last couple of years. I'm very excited about it. I did talk to a guy not too long ago, a friend of ours, that he had a report that yes, it also had, you know, big bluegills. So we're gonna get out there and try that out. Today I packed light. All I got is my fish locators, some rods, augers, and no shelter. Just gonna cook up some hot dogs on the ice with a nice fire. Also, that fire will, you know, be nice to get over there and keep warm with that a little bit also. But let's get out to the lake and see what happens. There it is. There's the lake that we're coming out to today. Kind of back in here on this old forest road. These are the lakes I love to come fish. Well, I'm not the first person that was out here. There was actually a few other people out here. It looks like there's a lot of holes drilled out here. Well, let's get my Garmin live scope on and we're going to kind of see what's going on down here. And I know there's kind of a deeper hole over here and then there's another one over there, so we're going to check them both out. Whoa, it's a bit cold out here today. Even my auger battery is a little cold. I might have to take that one back to the truck and get that one warmed up and put I got another one in my heating bag in here that it's got hand warmers and everything else in it, so that battery should be nice and warm. Oh yeah, there's a pile of fish right over here. Well, looking at it, they're kind of all the way from over here, all the way back here. There's quite a few of them. Yeah, there's a bunch over here too. I'm just going to kind of punch out some holes in this area and we'll start with it. Right here, we got fish already in this hole. I'm gonna start using a clam pinhead minnow. Kind of works really good for big bluegills. Tip it with a little waxworm. Gosh, my hands are froze already. I got to the lake here and it was only 4 above, so 4 above Fahrenheit. Yeah, they're already coming up to it. Little guy, I think. Doesn't feel very big to me. Oh, little crappie. Get him back down there. All I know is there's just like, there's hundreds of fish around this area right now. I don't know if they're, you know, I didn't even know about the crappies in here, so kind of wondering if there's a bunch of crappies down here mixed in, or if I gotta go somewhere else for these bluegills, but we're gonna find out. This one feels like another crappie. Nope, this one's a bluegill. That's actually a really nice bluegill. I mean, if I was out here to bring a bunch home to eat, this would be a good size. This is about 7 inches. Boy, there's so many of them down there. They just keep coming in. There, got another one. What do we got here? Oh, jeez, another nice gill. Oh my gosh. This one's even bigger yet. This lake is just loaded with them. I mean, these right here, that's a good 8-inch gill. Can't believe it. Never fished this lake, but it's been on my radar for the last couple of years. And tell you what, this is pretty impressive. Get down there and see. Still looking for that 10+ inches. Gosh, just one after another. This is insane. Just a littler one there. Boy, this might be a lake I need to bring the kids to. This is some hot and heavy action. And I'm only fishing like 20 feet of water, so the catch and releasing is just fine in here. We're not fishing over a really deep hole. I'm actually out towards the edge of this thing. That was kind of my goal. I didn't want to go fish over the deep water today, because if I fish over deep water, I got to take fish home, and I really don't plan on taking any home. I just kind of wanted to come out here and see if we can catch a big one. Boy, I'm halfway down, that thing just come cruising up. There is so many in this lake. And my bait's gone. I think I could probably get away with plastics out here. I don't even know if I need these wax worms. And one other thing I like about this lake already is I'm not really having to move around a lot to keep fishing. I mean, I've caught all these out of the same hole so far. And there's a lot of lakes I go to. I gotta drill holes. I gotta keep moving around so much just to stay on the fish. You might catch one fish shutter each hole. But well, here we go. He's coming up to it. There we go. This one doesn't feel very big either. Oh no, he's got a little bit more weight. Ah, it's a pumpkin seed. See, pumpkin seeds are another, it's part of the sunfish family. It's just another, I mean, we got so many different kinds of sunfish in this state. We like to fish a lot of the bluegills, but that's what a pumpkin seed is. Up here in northern Minnesota, we got quite a few of these. Get him back down. Now, I only got one fish left on my screen right now. I'm going to drop down there and see if they're close by and if they're going to come right back into it or not. Oh, here we go. One did come back on, two of them. The way I use these pinhead minnows for bluegills anyways is I get it down there and I just kind of bounce it a little bit with that bait on. Oh, missed him. With crappies, I'll bounce this thing harder, and a lot of times I won't use bait. Oh, that must be a little guy. He's not really getting it in there. This is quite crazy. On this lake, I swear you could have a 200 fish day easily. I mean, I've only been out here a half hour and I'm already realizing how many fish are in here and how active they are, being this is not a huge pressured lake. Oh! Missed that one. That actually felt like a good one too. See if we can find a different hole for the fish. You know, sometimes you get on these lakes and you get one school, they're, you know, a lot of average size. A lot of times these great big bluegills, they like to sit off to the side of these a little more, where there's only, you know, a school of like 6 to 10 or so. So we're gonna move around and see if we can find them. Oh yeah, there we go. Another tanker. And back down there. Oh yeah, they moved a little bit farther from where I was at. It's crazy how many fish are in here. Those actually look like some nicer ones maybe. There's a bunch over there. Those ones right there, they're right behind the four-wheeler a little ways. Actually have some holes out by where those ones are at. We're out here looking for that 10. The 10-inch would be awesome right now. No, they're in here. I've seen the pictures. There. Feels a little nicer. Yeah, I thought so. Nice, nice pumpkin seed. Oh. Getting back down there. It's pretty darn cold out, so I don't want to keep them topside too long. Really important if you're going to come out and catch and release fish like this in the cold is get them back in the water as soon as possible, because that water and slime coat on them gets frozen really quick and it's hard on them, especially on their eyes. Wow, where'd they all go? When fishing in these frigid temperatures, face mask is actually very important to keep that frostbite off your face. It's pretty windy out here. We got a northwest wind today, and tell you what, you take that face mask off, your skin starts feeling it right away. Well, boy, that is so cold on that lake right now. That wind is just blowing through there. It's been snowing a little bit here for the last couple minutes. I'm gonna get fire warmed up here. I'm gonna get fire started. I'm gonna get warmed up, and we're gonna have a couple hot dogs, venison hot dogs. Thaw out my gloves and my body a little bit. So my fire starting kit, usually carry birch bark. I mean, a lot of times, some of these lakes, you got birch bark there, but I always bring some with just in case we don't have it. Just pile that up. I like to carry some, this is just lumber used from the construction site. It's just leftover stuff. Usually like to put some of that on the edges of it. And of course, but anywhere you go in northern Minnesota, there's going to be pine trees somewhere, and I had to search around to find some of this, but pine works really good for a fire starter. And get that on there. Get down here and light this birch bark. What I'll do is I'll light the birch bark. Nice thing about birch bark, it'll even burn when it's wet, so tear it up in small strips. You'll actually get a fire start with even wet birch bark. That feels good. That's nice and warm already. I always have a bunch extra just sitting on the side so we can get nice and hot. This is just stuff I picked up I was laying around here. Well, those pine needles, they get nice and they start burning. It's just adding fuel to the fire. It's pretty smoky. Of course, my hot dogs are frozen, so I gotta kind of get them closer to fire. I did manage to get a stick poked through the one. Yeah, it's warm fire. It's really nice, especially on a cold day like this. We got some venison hot dogs out here. We're gonna get them cooked up, a little bit of short lunch here and warm up, and then we're gonna go back out and hit the ice. Well, there we go. Hot dogs over the fire. Hits a spot. I'm going to finish eating these up and then we're going to head back out. There, I came over here. I noticed they slid up a little bit shallower, so we're only in 18 feet now. There we go. What the heck do I got on here? This one was on the bottom. I don't think we got a bluegill on. If we do, this is a real big one. This might be why they're running around so much, because whatever this is chasing them. Oh, ho, 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 ho. This lake does have big bass in it from what I've seen. I haven't seen this fish yet, but oh, yep, it's a bass. Oh yeah, that's a nice bass. Kind of figured that. Get him back down there. It's really important to have a lot of bass in these lakes like this to keep these bass help eat up a lot of these small bluegills in lakes, especially smaller ones, so you don't get an overpopulation of stunted fish in them. Well, after I caught that one, they're all gone. I'm gonna move over this hole over here. I seen there was some over here. You know, after I started catching a bunch of them, they started moving a little more. Yeah, we got some down here now, so. There we go. That's a nice one there. There. That one's going to be pushing that 9-inch range. And get him back down. Oh, jeez. You know what I found out is I went and tried plastics, and they weren't working. These bluegills definitely want the worms, so these little wax worms you buy at the gas stations up here are just the ticket right now. There's a reason why I always bring these with when I go after bluegills, because some days they'll be pretty finicky on what they eat, and other days they'll just eat whatever you put down there. So never go out and chase these bluegills without some wax worms. Oh, there we go. That's a nice one. Really nice gill there. I mean, looking at the size of these average size in this lake, I mean, there's definitely probably quite a few 10-inch plus bluegills in here. You just got to catch them. There's so many down there that you get like 5 of them coming up at once, and usually it's the smaller ones that are going to bite it first. Well, you stick it out, you'll catch them. You'll catch those trophies. Another crappie. You know, I haven't caught any big crappies in here yet today, but I've caught a pile of, I mean, those are almost the ones I would consider keeping. I mean, they're just, I don't like to keep them or else they're at least 9 inches, but I mean, they're pretty darn close to that. It's just nuts on how many fish are in this lake, though. This is crazy. It's not even that big. I mean, this is maybe 100 acres. Oh, here we go. There we go. You know, I just got back from up at shore. You know, having that fire and everything to warm me back up, it was just perfect. You know, it helped me thaw out a little bit. And had some nice hot lunch up there. I mean, venison hot dogs. When you come back these backwoods lakes having a fire, just perfect ticket for us. I'm only gonna catch a few more fish. I'm gonna call it a day. I've caught well over 100 fish in the last few hours, so it'd be nice to just kind of take a break and go home and come back out another day when it's a little bit warmer and actually try getting a few over 10 inches out of here. I know they're in here, so it's not gonna be our last time on this lake this winter. I'd love to bring the kids out here and do this. I mean, they would have a blast. Another crappie. Oh, I tell you, there's plenty of those in here also. Throw them back down there. Oh, I might have 1 or 2 fish left in me. It's starting to snow out here. It's completely cold. I mean, I just checked my phone here and it just showed me that it's like 12 below with the wind chill right now. So everything is icing up. The reel's getting all full of ice. The Vexillar's getting full of ice. And I know I'm running kind of a little bit low on the camera battery. So let's see if we can catch 1 or 2 more fish and then we're gonna call it a day. There we go. Hopefully this is the last hole of fishing today. Oh, come on. Everything's getting to be such a pain. Whew. There's a couple of them down there. Here we go. Come on, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. You know, since it started snowing, they really slowed down on the bite. Ah, missed him. Darn it. There we go. There's a little guy. I don't want to end the day on just a tiny one. I want to get another decent one. There. Boy. You know it's cold when you got an insulated worm puck in your insulated bibs and they're already froze. That's just telling me we gotta call it. We gotta call this a day. There. Tell you, I don't think we're going to end it on a big fish. I think we're just going to call it. Everything is froze up. I'm completely getting cold again, even after having a nice fire earlier. It's time to get this wheeler back to the truck and head on home and come back out another day when it's nice and warm out. But I hope you enjoyed today's video, and please hit subscribe and watch along with more videos. We've got more coming at you. And again, don't forget to break the chain of routine, and don't be afraid to explore some new lakes.
Thanks for watching, guys. Say, we're gonna keep more videos coming your way, and who knows what's gonna be on them. So if you like what you just seen, wanna see more, then join us along on all of our adventures by hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget, get out there and break the chain of routine.